Welcome back to another Alliance War. For Loki, we're currently rank 9 as we enter the 8th war of the season, and this war will be going up against Jokers. These guys set me up with a pretty difficult path, so I'm actually going to pop on a full set of the big boy boosts. And fortunately, Kabam had a little sale on the big boy boost where it was a set of 3 of each of the big boy boosts for only 850 units. Still, expensive. Takes a while to get those units, but certainly much better than paying the 1,400 units that it normally costs to get all of these boosts. First fight is a 565 tech champion that happens to be Infinity Man. I've got Stark Spidey that I'll be taking in here with the Blade Synergy, of course, and I'm actually going to pop on an advanced power boost. I didn't really know who I should be using for this fight and what kind of boost and all that, but my thought process is, build up a few poise charges and get a level 2 special going to hopefully finish off the fight, get some of that shock damage, or just, crit him hard enough that I skip that entire final phase altogether. So that was the plan. Let's see how it works. I do take a lot of chip damage here due to kind of blocking and baiting out heavy attacks to get my openings. I'm trying my best to build up a few poise charges, but I know I can't wait too long because of the Aggression Fury node. 5-hit combo, drop the L2. I get a shock on the first one. He does block the second and third, but because of that shock, I am able to take him down. So that worked out pretty well. I was happy with how that fight went. I think next time I see that guy, and I know I'll do the exact same thing. All right, Stun Immune and Bane. It's a 565 Modok they'll be going up against. And this fight, guys, gets kind of crazy. Alright, so the general plan here. Block, bait out a heavy. Tap into his auto block, bait out another heavy. There we go. Get the Bane on him. Power Start 1 really helps here to get a debuff on him. You can see he's taking a lot of damage throughout this fight initially here, which is great. Block Bane another heavy. Please throw your heavy, dude. Oh, he's not throwing the heavy attack. Okay, finally does, but his auto block is back up already. I'm taking a lot of Bane damage, taking for over 1,000 each hit. I finally get Bane transferred back over to him, but at this point, I've taken a lot of health, so I'm getting a little bit scared. I'm not dealing nearly as much damage on him as I was previously. I need to bait out this special one. I get Bane back on him, thankfully. Didn't take a whole lot of Bane damage that time. It was a great Bane transfer that really helps to kind of seal this fight, or so I thought. Here's where it starts to get a little bit messy, guys. I want him to throw a heavy attack. He's not throwing the heavy attack. I'm against the wall. Now I'm scared as hell of this heavy attack. Because if I get hit, then, yeah, of course, I don't have the whole lot of health to work with. No, Bane is back on me. It's coming down to the wire. He doesn't have that much health left, though. Fortunately, I throw the special one just to stall. I know he was going to block it, but it didn't matter. Stalling was able to secure me that fight. Whew, man, guys, I was sweating pretty hard on that one. Okay. Next fight, we have ourselves another 565, third 565 in a row. My special 1 boost is about to expire. I'm trying to heal up as quickly as I possibly can to jump into this fight. Come on, potions in there, Void. And it looks like I don't actually keep my Power Start 1. I must have been just a second too slow or something, man, because that was crazy. I thought I was in there fast enough. But it doesn't matter. It's just a rogue. Void can certainly handle Rogue without the Power Start 1. It just would have helped to make this fight go a little bit faster, maybe take slightly less chip damage throughout the fight. But I'm just trying to bait out special 1s for the most part. If I bait out a special 1, it just gives me more openings where I don't have to block and bait out a heavy attack to find my opening. But I can evade her special 1 and her special 2. They're both pretty similar when it comes to the evasion, so I'm not too concerned about not pushing her to a special 2. Do go ahead and throw another special here. This is the 6 debuff. Get her into that Fear of the Void. I knew this fight was going to stretch that far. I wasn't going to try to stall like I sometimes do and not trigger Fear of the Void. So we got Fear of the Void. We'll get a couple of debuffs in just a second here. And yeah, Rogue, she's dropping relatively quickly, even though she's a 565. It doesn't matter. That reverse healing, whoo, definitely put in that work. All right, so Rogue is down. Node 24 is down. Moving on to the mid-mini on path 7 here. And this mini boss is a Thor Fraggle Rock. Alright, so Fraggle Rock, I'll be taking Void for this fight for sure. Class disadvantage, but other than that, Void is a great counter to Fraggle Rock. You know, there's a couple of things to watch out for whenever you take on Fraggle Rock. I mean, the nodes here, it's buffet and doesn't really matter. But just Fraggle Rock himself, a couple things to watch out for. One, you want to make sure that you don't dash in at him. If you intercept, he has a chance to auto block that. So you want to make sure that you're either baiting out heavies, baiting out specials, or you know, parry stunning him. And the other thing to watch out for is whenever he gets to you know, where you're landing that 20th hit on him, you want to make sure that you have a special attack available that you can cancel out his power gain. But with Void, you can kind of you know, take away some of his power gain abilities once you have Petrify debuffs, which I have one up at the moment. If I can get a second one, then it will completely negate all power gain, which I am negating all of it. I actually threw my special a little bit too early there. I thought I timed it just right, but I was one hit too early. So fortunately, those Petrifies actually saved the day. But yeah, now I'll get another Petrify on him. So yeah, at this point, he's gonna have his power reversed if he gets that power gain. I do slip up and eat a heavy attack there. That was not on purpose. But I've got two Petrifies plus Fear of the Void. As soon as I get Dexterity on myself, he's going to take a ton of damage. But actually, I don't even get Dexterity on myself again. I just am able to finish him off with that degen damage and another special one. Alright, moving on. We have ourselves the 6-star Science Champion on this Explosive Personality Aggression Armor node. And I'm not quite sure who I'm going to be seeing on this node, but I don't really care at the same time. I'm going to be using Void for this fight regardless. And I'm not even going to heal up since I did pop the big boy boost. My health is still very high at the moment. And it's my final fight before I have to wait for energy and my boost will run out. So I'll heal up after this fight. And yeah, Sentry's not too bad. Both of his specials are evadable. I do, you know, take a slight little bit of block damage on his special 2 there. That's the way I always evade it. I just, you know, feel more comfortable. I'm sorry, actually, that's the special 1 that does that. Special 2 is where he looks like somebody lets the air out of a balloon and starts flying all around. But yeah, both of his specials you can fully evade just with a little bit of practice, or mostly fully evade. And I don't know why I'm not pushing him further in his power. Really, I could just push him to a special 2, but it doesn't really matter. This fight is almost wrapped up. Wasn't really too much of a threat here, and I'm going to go ahead and pop a special 2 in just a second to finish this Sentry off. Void, better than Sentry, confirmed. Okay. We're moving on to the final 2 fights here. Gonna go ahead and heal up a little bit as we get into this 6-star Tech Champion fight. And I wasn't exactly sure which champion I was gonna see here. I've seen Sentinel here before. I was kind of expecting to see a Sentinel here. But it didn't really matter who it was. I was gonna be using Void for this fight regardless. So just go ahead and pop on a 15% health boost, and that should be all I need for these final 2 fights. So Sentinel is kind of a pain. It does happen to be Sentinel, spoiler. Sentinel is kind of a pain to fight. Anyone who has fought this guy before will know that. You know, it's kind of just a slow fight where I'm just trying to, you know, do the whole light, medium, 4-hit combo thing. The nice part about this Sentinel, though, is he's not awakened, so I get to spam my special 1s. I'm trying my best to not give him analysis charges, but I do get to spam my special 1s. If Sentinel is ever awakened, then it's very, very important to kind of switch between using special 1s and special 2s. This way you're not giving him that burst of 20 analysis charges. I mean, technically, you know, the analysis charges doesn't really stop the way Void's healing reversal works, but It just, I don't know, it's safer. It's safer in my opinion, just to try to keep his analysis charges as low as possible. This way, you know, if you mess up, if you push him to a special 2 when he's fully charged up, you know, you don't take nearly as much damage. So try to keep the analysis charges under control, but I get to spam these special 1s. And that arc overload's getting reversed a little bit, not quite as much as I would like, because I didn't have a Petrify up after Fear of the Void. Now I do, however. So now I'm kind of just stalling the fight a little bit, waiting for that next arc overload to come through, and then this Sentinel will be dropping pretty quick. Alright, so we got about 3 seconds left on the arc overload. There we go. Now it's healing him, and yeah, he's just melting at that point. Alright, so 6-star Sentinel is down. We got one last fight, which is the Recovery Strike Back mini-boss. And find ourselves fighting a Gladiator Hulk. Okay, 5-star, 455, Awakened Gladiator Hulk. I'm going to be using Void for this fight, surprise, surprise. And the only real thing to watch out for whenever fighting Gladiator Hulk is his Smash ability. You could watch for it 2 different ways, really. You could watch his buff or debuff bar right below his health meter, or you can watch for the text that pops up that says Smash on the right side of the screen. I normally keep my eyes on the buff and debuff bar. You can see it's actually a grayed out fist icon right now, which means the next attack is going to be that Smash. But the reason I keep my eye on that is sometimes it kind of throws you off. The text stays up a little bit longer and makes me think that he has smashed on his last or his special attack when he really hasn't or something. I don't know. So right there, yeah, smash. We gotta hold off. Can't punish that. It can get really confusing sometimes, though. I've definitely had those times where fighting a Gladiator Hulk, and there's so many different buffs or debuffs, especially depending on certain nodes, where yeah, I just can't tell if he's smashing or not. So just hold back to be safe, or sometimes I'll go in and yeah, not realize and then get punched in the face a little bit. But he's almost down. He is awakened, so when he gets to 20%, he is actually going to gain that healing, and I have 2 Petrifies and Fear the Void up at the moment, so yeah, he's going to be dropping pretty quick here due to that healing. So just kind of waiting things out, and Gladiator Hulk down. Path is cleared, still have not died, 8 wars into it. We actually did go on to beat Jokers, but it was a pretty close war, so shout out to the Jokers Alliance. Good war to you guys, and thank you very much for watching, everyone. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.